name is Nekwen Obasogie, reporting from Toronto, Canada. And today we are here to discuss the outcome of the governorship debate on China's 2 days ago. I'm here in the studio today with Mr. Daniel Obakozuwa, all the way from Benin City. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, good morning from Nigeria.
Oh, good morning from Canada. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for joining us on the show today. And what is going on in Edo State? We have few days to the actual election day, the moment that we have been waiting for. So how are you guys preparing for this upcoming election?
Yes, well, we are praying as well as preparing. Everybody is excited. The eagerness of the voters to vote is there, to vote the candidate of their choice. Yesterday, the Inspector General of Police was in Benin to assure voters that it's going to be free, fair, and credible, that they were not going to take side. Earlier, the Inspector General of the Senate Chairman INEC was also in Benin. Yesterday, the former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, was also in Benin to ask for peace before, during, and after election. He met with the governor. The prayer is also prayers have been held by sectors of churches, but the main one that we are expecting is tomorrow's on the 16th, which hopefully will end their campaigning. Well, everywhere is they're still very calm in Benin. No chance to the outcome of the debate, where those people are now eager more to vote the candidate of their choice, having same both candidates.
Okay, so according to all the statistics, after the debate, Governor Obaseki won, with 76%, while Ize Iyamu was in 23% or something. Okay, and what happened? What is the outcome of this debate? What are Edo voters saying right now in the streets of Benin? Because we live in Benin, right?
Yeah, well, it's very, very unfortunate that it has further dropped support for Ize Iyamu. In fact, that is the reality on ground. It has further dropped support for Ize Iyamu. As if that was not enough, Chief John Odigye Oyegu issued a statement yesterday that, APC were saying that the man is, the elder statesman, Chief Oyegu, was supporting them. And when the press statement came out yesterday, it was like a daze to them that the candidates, they should go and vote for the candidate of their choice that is not supporting Ize Iyamu. It was a big blow for them as well. Every Edolite concentrated on the debate, and it got to show that APC has nothing for Edo people in Edo State. It got to show that there's no agenda program of development. It further exposed Ize Iyamu that he's not even ready for development. He goes about campaigning about the simple agenda. He could not even tell Edo people the estimated amount for him for that simple agenda. And he was telling Edo people that this is not what he's planning to, this is not what cannot be achieved, that is planning not to be achieved in 30 years, but in 4 years. Yet he could not defend the simple agenda he was parading or deceiving Edo people. I want to thank Channels TV for that debate, because it further exposed who are actually for the people and those who are actually not for the people. It further got to further expose the plan of Adams Oshomole that they needed a politician governor that will share. If you watch that debate, you will see that all they were concentrating on is those state allocation and security votes. It is rather very embarrassing that APC. I see Ize Iyamu, and I looked at Ize Iyamu 4 years ago, which he was more better and composed when he was a candidate of PDP than now
Yeah.
that he has been brought by Oshomole for his own agenda. It
You
is a
know
pity.
what?
I've
Yeah,
always said it before that he would not have just accepted this. It further, whether God is really on the side of, I believe God is on the side of the Edo people, because he further exposed him yesterday to Edo people that there's no plan for development for Edo.
yeah, yeah. I think the tension is just too much for him right now, given the situation of the state, how Governor Obaseki is maintaining a higher supporter more than the APC. Look at what is going on. He's not happy to see Governor Obaseki with this big crowd all the time. It's very, very factual in the state right now that more than 80% of the Edo citizens are supporting Governor Obaseki. So that tension and everything, you can see the anger in him when he is always speaking about it, especially attacking Governor Obaseki. You saw what happened during the debate, that from the beginning to the end.
That is why he should have been more composed.
Yeah, it was not composed, organized.
Before this time, the rating was already on Obaseki's side. Before that debate, the rating was already on Obaseki's side. He was supposed to remain focused and composed so that he can
Convince
at least
people.
people about it. But he messed up the whole thing. Though we still have those whom we call educated illiterate in our society, who are party blind. But even yesterday, the campaign team tried to rate themselves by doing their calling, asking people to vote for Ize Iyamu yesterday, because they saw the outcome of the debate as a further dropped in their rating. But what they got from my reliable information was not too good at all. It was never too good at all. That a lot of people bounced the call on them, insulted them for the insult, for what their candidates displayed, that they are not ready for development. That was a reliable source. Maybe they are looking for other options as to get themselves a better rating. But what we have presently is really very, very embarrassing for the APC.
You see.
And I want to advise stakeholders, let the people's wish go for this election. They should not make any attempt. The Inspector General has assured everyone that is going to be free and fair. We want to beg those in authority to allow this election be free and fair and credible.
Incredible.
Because ever since yesterday, we have been hearing of people coming into the state with a presidential jet, some coming with military officers to Edo State. All these may be the intent to rig the election. I believe they will not want violence in Edo State. They should not tempt the eager Edo people who are willing to vote for the candidate of their choice. They should allow it be. Next time, they should go back to the drawing board and look for a more composed, better
Candidates.
candidate, rather than want to thwart the wish of the people. Because the wish of the people has spoken everywhere you go. You see it written loud and clear on them.
Yeah, the debate was a kind of a setback for the side of APC, honestly. It was terrible. It was terrible. The way people were complaining. I know Ize Iyamu, he would have prepared himself. He was not well organized. In some cases, according to what we saw, he was not able to even comprehend the questions. The questions. You saw that like twice. He was asking, what is the question again?
You
So
know, you,
he
you
was
know,
having
well,
focus.
there's something I want to say, and I want the Christians, those who are praying for the good of Edo State to continue. You know, when God wants to expose you, you understand, for cheat, these are what I believe it is the hand of God. That they should continue the prayer to expose those who want to turn Edo State into their private estates. No matter the money, no matter the money they will spend in it, God will expose all of them. And I believe so much that God will still do the wonders. It got to show two sides of the coin. One side of the coin for the good of the people, the other side of the coin for the good of the few in Edo State. And I am so highly dazed that Ize Iyamu should allow himself to be used by these same few and accept the governorship to further rubbish himself. Because I believe it's further tarnished to his image.
Yeah, you can see he's so frustrated. The frustration is very, very visible in his comments, the way his body movement. You saw what happened. From the beginning to the end of the debate, he was always attacking Governor Obaseki, even though some questions were very personal, directed to him to answer. So that's why I'm going to play this video right now, where the moderator asked both of them personal question about themselves. Governor Obaseki answered his question about himself, about his academic credentials. You know that according to APC, they detected some discrepancies in his academic, credentials. And he defended himself and explained. When it was the turn of Ize Iyamu to answer questions about his academic credentials, what happened at the University of Benin, because it was Danso Shomole, his godfather, that exposed him that he didn't complete his law school because of what happened. He joined Curtis and everything. Instead of him to answer the question directly, then he just focused on Governor Obaseki, start attacking Governor Obaseki. Oh my God, what is this? He didn't even spend how many seconds, defending himself. Instead, he was attacking Governor Obaseki. He was not able to market himself. He was not able to market his manifesto. Instead, he focused more on Governor Obaseki, criticizing him. It was really, it was bad. It was bad. A big setback for the APC or EPM, not APC, EPM members in Edo State. Let me play the video, then we'll come back and do a final analysis of the debates. Guys, let's just quickly do this.
Thank you. This time around, Governor Obaseki, there have been a lot of controversies surrounding your university education. This is an opportunity to clear the air about how you were admitted and graduated from the University of Ibadan.
Thank you very, very much. It is very ironic that somebody who has no certificate, who has no evidence of having gone to school properly, can stand out and comment on certificates or admissions issued by the premier university in Nigeria. That is a rather sad situation, a sad testimony we have found ourselves in as a country. In 1976, when I gained admission into the University of Ibadan, there was no JAMB. So you could either go into university either through prelim or through direct entry by taking your advanced level examinations. I took both, after I finished my O levels, I did my advanced levels, and it was based on my scores from my advanced levels at the University of Ibadan in 1976. Awarded me a space to study in the Faculty of Arts. I don't know what has happened, but for the University of Ibadan, the standards were and are still very, very high. And they have come out to say that I graduated from that university. How else do you want the air cleared? I don't, you know, it's very, very sad. It's a very, very sad testimony that in a country like Nigeria, you find some people who do not have the qualifications, have the effrontery to challenge the qualifications of those who went to proper schools. I think it's sad, and I hope this has cleared the air.
Thank you so much. Pastor Ize Iyamu, there have been controversies surrounding your time at the University of Benin vis-a-vis cultism and alleged assault on a fellow student. It's an opportunity to clear the air on that matter.
No, I graduated from University of Benin. I was very active in the Students' Union, and my records are clear. People have alleged that, when you were in the school, you did that. But I think they should go to university authorities and find out exactly what was the offense. If you do something criminal, the university cannot even handle it. It becomes a criminal matter. And I'm proud to say that throughout my stay, I had no criminal matter. So those were just things being said, like when they said that, pastor is not a lawyer, pastor is not a pastor. But thank God today, a lot of those things have been cleared. But if I might just comment briefly, when that question was asked, is he saying that it is scandalous that you that is asking do not have a degree? Because you are the one asking the question. We are not doubting you going to the university. That is not the issue. The issue is you failed by your own records. You failed school set. You had 3 credits, no English, no maths. Even to enter A levels would have been difficult. And if you got A levels, why is it that you've not been able to present the A levels? If you did A levels, where is the result? That is a moral question. A lot of people are looking up to you as a governor and as a leader. Your Shomole you were trying to talk about just now, in your inaugural, that you described him as your leader and your mentor. So you're not even qualified to now begin to indict him. But the question is, how did you enter the university? Because you failed school set. If you did A levels, where is your result? That is the issue. And that is why you were disqualified. And the disqualification arose from information that PDP, your partner, provided. Because PDP, when I was contesting against you, said you were not qualified. You didn't have a result. Why have you not answered that question? Where is your result?
All right, thank you so much. This very question will demand an answer. If you could please, audience members, just keep it low so that we can move on.
Mr. Daniel, you heard that. And
yes.
Governor Obaseki was smiling with surprised face. You saw him. He was like, you're supposed to answer the question about yourself, your own academic background. Then he directed all his anger on Governor Obaseki. Like Governor Obaseki was doing like this, like this surprised face, and he was smiling all the time.
Of a truth, Ize Iyamu came to that debate not prepared. He came with the instinct of aggressiveness and to attack the governor. The Obaseki was not, by that statement, was not even referring to him, was referring to Shomole. You are now fighting for the, yes, you are now trying to fight for Shomole. This is Shomole who has tarnished your image. He himself could not even clear this the suspension they gave to him for 2 years before he came back. And the reason why which he has agreed that he was part of those who did the art.
He didn't answer the question.
You were not attacking. That is not my surprise. Anyway, Obaseki's case is very clear. I remember even during my time when we were going to school, I have a friend who had
I don't want to cut you short,
level.
Mr. Dani. I don't want to cut you. I'm sorry. Ize Iyamu, he didn't explain what happened. He didn't answer the question. No. The person that exposed him, Adanso Shomole, didn't refer to Adanso Shomole, didn't say anything. He said it has been cleared. It has been cleared. That's all. He didn't go more in detail. Like Governor Obaseki explained everything, how he went to school in the
School.
70s, the requirements to get admission into the university, everything he explained clearly. But in his own case, he didn't. He said it has been cleared. It has been okay. And then, so Shomole was the person who exposed you, saying that you were rusticated at the University of Benin. But he didn't clarify the public about that allegation, if it's an allegation or anything. He didn't say anything. He said he just jumped and
It was not an allegation, it was a fact. It was a fact that the committee looked at. Let us be very frank and sincere with ourselves. It was a fact that the committee looked at. He was part of those. He was suspended from the school. I don't use, when you use rustication, it's no longer coming back. That's why Oshomole overemphasized it by saying rustication. Yes, Oshomole said it because see, when you say someone is rusticated from the school, it's no longer coming back. He was expelled from that school for 2 years, of which he gathered himself to come back to complete his degree. That is clear. You know, it was a fact that he was also a part of them. And the professor who was the chairman of the board, he's also in government today. You know, those are facts. That is not even the issue. Like Obaseki defending himself, it's a fact. Those days, even I don't know whether they still do it now. You have O level, you can use your A level to complete, and it takes as one, and you go enter the university. It's there. I don't know what they are trying to look for, but however, Obaseki still had to. But his own case is very clear that was a process. My friend also attended university through that process, getting few O level, use your A level.
At that time.
At that time, when you get some A level, you use it, they combine together and get into the university. But that is not my issue. That is personal issue. Let's look at the issue that relate to the state as a whole. Ize Iyamu, my quarrel with him was when, in fact, I endured myself throughout the debate. The aspect that I got so angry, Ize Iyamu, for the time he campaigned, was always going with his book, The Simple Agenda. He has told us that what is in that book is not what cannot be is not what will be achieved in 30 years, that it will be achieved in 4 years. Now a question was thrown to you. The project is good. All the Simple Agenda project was good. How do you intend to raise the money? Because it was by cost 700 billion naira. Instead of him to compose himself and answer honestly, if actually it was a honest decision that he was going to work on that simple agenda, he started attacking the governor that he was not wasting money. He was wasting money. This is your program. And that was where I concluded that he was not ready for governance. The spirit of those who brought him in, I don't know whether you can play that aspect. It was towards the end. The spirit that brought him in are still using him. It means that if Ize Iyamu eventually become governor, we are going to pay early for those support he has been getting from those few. The money they have been doling out for him, Edo people will suffer it. He's not even considering that the allocation, what we get, you pay salary from it, you will do. In fact, Edo people will have to decide. Though we still have what I call educated illiterate in our society, or there are two sides of the two group, I believe, who are still on the side of Ize Iyamu. Those I called educatedly illiterate, and those who are party conscious. This is my party, APC,
corruption.
And those who are doling money to ensure those illiterate, those who do not really understand what it is. I just hope Edo people have, in fact, my own rating and even what you hear, even from peasants, mechanic and all that, you hear them say, no, Obaseki must continue.
Mm.
What shows out on that debate was one, Ize Iyamu became the secretary, known the oppression of government. He was not ready to give out anything. All he came was the intent to attack the governor.
Okay, my conclusion there is that he's not fit to lead the state. With his presentation, his campaign, his legacy, the history, going back to what Adam Soshomole said about him in the past, is very, very factual, and I don't think Edo people are convinced that Ize Iyamu will be a very, how will I describe him? I don't want to use any bad language to describe his governance in Edo State. So he's not fit. Let's just say he's not fit with his performances and everything. It's not fit to be the governor of Edo State. Moving forward right now, you said the former president, Abu Salami, is in Edo State.
He was in Edo State yesterday, yes. Abubakar. General Abdusalami Abubakar. He was in Edo State. You know, he's the chairman of the Peace Accord in Nigeria.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, he came, saw the governor and the deputy urging for peace before, during, and after the election. The governor has assured that he has no problem. And the governor was also still emphasizing on letting the wish of the people. Before that debate, Ize Iyamu came on public to advise people not to use violence, that their vote will count, they should go and vote, that he's not planning to ring the election. I believe, I just hope and believe that is coming from his heart, so that Edo people should have. But what happened during the debate and after? Because I know that APC really tried to rate themselves further by calling yesterday on trying to encourage them to go and vote. The insult from privileged information they got, the feedback they got, that they have now lost support. I just hope that they will abide by the free, fair, and credible election they also wish to be. Yesterday, we learned that a governor, came into the state with a presidential jet. Is he telling us that the president is giving him backing to ring the election? But same yesterday, the Inspector General of Police has assured that he has mobilized a lot of police. They are going to mount it. They are not going to take side with anybody. The election will be free and fair. I am believing that the statement of the Inspector General becomes a reality. You know, the Imo State governor was also accused of bringing some military from an outfit of Imo with military to those states. We do hope that they will be able to curtail this, that this is not Imo, this is Edo. Even yesterday evening, we learned that Tinubu released a statement telling everybody to reject Obaseki and vote for Ize Iyamu. But you are not a voter in Edo State. Let the wish and the voters of Edo State decide who leads them. So we do hope. I'm also going to be relying on prayers as well, so that the Christian Association and those who are organizing it on tomorrow, they should fervently pray for Edo State, so that those who are planning to ring Edo State, God should expose them. The wish of the people should be allowed to carry the day.
Mr. Danny, I want to quickly flash the picture of Abubakar Abu Salami.
Abdusalami Abubakar.
Yes. So we have to recognize him for what he has done in the country, in shaping democracy in Nigeria. he contributed immensely in restoring democracy in Nigeria. We should always recognize the history of it, I would say, but military rule in Nigeria, he contributed, he handed over power to a civilian government of Obasanjo. He handed over power to Obasanjo. And since then, Nigeria has been maintaining consistent democratic government in the country. So we have to recognize him. I think they recognize him so many times for restoring democracy in Nigeria, because when he was the military head of state of Nigeria, people doubted him that he would never restore democracy in Nigeria, but he proved everybody wrong and restored democracy, hand over power to Olusegun Obasanjo peacefully in 1999. I'm going back to history now. So I don't want to be out of point here. So let's just go back to Edo State again. I just want to flash this, flash his picture art and recognize him for what he has done in the country and continue. Right now, he's the ambassador of peace in Nigeria, right? He's the ambassador.
Yeah, there's a committee, a presidential committee on peace accord.
Okay.
Of which is the chairman, the bishop of Sokoto is also a member, and some other statesmen in Nigeria are members. Theirs is to go encouraging peace, free, fair, credible election in Edo State, in Nigeria. So they were in Edo State yesterday. I believe they are still in Edo State. Whether they will leave before the election, I do not know, but they are still in Edo State trying to, I believe by today they will be meeting with the APC candidate and their officials to ensure peace in Edo. So we do hope that they will give peace a chance in Edo. The external actors should let Edo people decide on their own wish, on those who are to rule them, and not to bring external forces. I think it is also a moment of joy for us to announce that US have started increasing ban on politicians where their states are ring. Yes,
Mr. Daniel.
So it's a very booster for Edo State. It's a very big booster as a warning. Kogi is involved. Those who ringed in Bayelsa is involved. They have also extended that of El Rufai. I told you that the Governors Forum Chairman Fayemi is also still facing the same ban. I think this coming at this time of the this period, it's a booster for those to warn those who are also planning to bring such election or violence. Oshomole cannot travel. He cannot travel outside the country.
What?
Are you aware? Because he was the chairman when those elections were ringed. Can't travel outside the country.
But Adanso Shomole don't care about those things. It's not ready to travel out of Nigeria.
It will
These
not.
People, they are desperate. They are desperate. They don't care. They don't care. They are too desperate. They don't care about whatever US is saying, as far as they are not planning to even visit the US. Politicians, they are living fine in Nigeria. They don't care about. I'm telling you, the way the desperation in this upcoming election, they don't care. They don't even read all those articles. They are not going to the US. They are not going there. So we just pray for a peaceful election, free and fair election. That's all. So whatever international institutions are saying right now, they don't care. They don't care. Mr. Danny.
Well,
honestly, Adanso Shomole, if he cares about what the US is saying, I don't think he will be involving himself in the violence in Edo State. He's the one that instigated the violence for the first place. He instigated the violence. If you look at everything that is going on in Edo State, Adanso Shomole is at the root of everything. Okay, so all these people, they don't care, but as far as they can mobilize their children out of the country, they are fine. They are living. Look at his mansion in what is the name of Iyamu. So he built a mansion for himself with an artificial lake on top of the mansion. That's what I was told. I've never visited there. That's what I heard. Okay. So Mr. Daniel, artificial lake on top of the mansion. So, do you think this guy will leave his mansion and go listen to what President Trump is saying in the United States? Forget it. These people, they are desperate for power in Nigeria, not in the US.
Yeah, well, on the in fact, I just believe that one day Nigerians begin to realize the vanity of what they do. Ajo will be also the former governor of Ize Iyamu or your state that died with all that he has acquired for himself. Is it not 6 feet? It's 6 feet. It's so sad that we still live in those days wasting because it's not their resources.
Oh, Ajimobi.
Yeah,
You are talking
yeah,
about Ajimobi
yes,
that died for
Ajumobi.
coronavirus.
Yeah. So they waste resources of a state that needed to use for the betterment of the people of that state, bringing poverty into, and you feel that God they will go to heaven if these are issues I leave them to their own faith. You go to church and start playing as if you are a true Christian, go to a mosque and pray, behave as if you are a true Muslim. Well, we leave that to God Almighty to judge them. The issue we keep saying, even if they acquire the best in the world, all of us will die and will join and meet our Creator. The essence that when will we change? Democracy is supposed to be enjoyed by the people for the people. And where you decided to turn a majority vote to a few votes by ringing the election is my concern. I just hope that the federal government in their wisdom will allow Edo election to go at least to the wishes of the people this time around. Because in my own studies and view, APC has not conducted since they came on board a free, fair, credible election. And I just believe that they will redeem their name with a dual election and allow the election to go a very free, fair, and credible. So that now that their tenure and administration is warm, going off, so that at least they can still tell Nigerians of good they have done. Because their government has been attacked both internationally and within the country. I learned that the Labour Congress is planning to go for a protest and strike, because of, it's left for them to manage their system.
Mr.
I
Daniel.
believe that for the betterment of this country. It's so sad.
It's sad, Mr. Daniel. It's sad. Look, there are some good comments here. Let's see what people are saying right now. Guys, leave comments that we can build upon and analyze right now. Let me see some comments here. Okay, let me pull out this one. Okay, I agree with you that Moshomole has built a mega White House in his village. He has America in his village. Exactly. You said it all. He has America in his village. Yeah, you are right.
If those money were Adasomshomole money, will he waste it that way? A property tomorrow you will die, your children can sell because they cannot manage it. This is what we keep saying. We keep saying when you try to acquire these words.
What do you think? That mansion will be seized by the federal government in the next few years. Because Mr. Daniel, I did analysis of 23 politicians that looted Nigerian money. Okay, I did the analysis. It's very interesting. When you look at what is going on, you have to look at the history of the past to predict the future. Okay, it shows that Adasomshomole potentially that house that he built belongs to the federal government. Mark my word. Today, mark my word.
Do you know the politicians have also fortified themselves. They have retreated in their tricks in politics. Let me tell you what, you know, Akpabio, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State,
Yes.
his properties was about to be seized. He played a fast one on them and
Decamped.
supported Buhari in his second coming and decamped. His properties are still with him. Not only his property remains, he was made a minister. And that is what you are now saying.
No.
Tomorrow you are saying Oshomole will be, those property will be seen. I tell you tomorrow, Oshomole, even if, take for instance, Obaseki wins, Oshomole will not mind prostrating before Obaseki to beg for forgiveness. Being his father that brought him into government, Obaseki is bound to forgive him. So the property remains. These are the tricks politicians keep using. They decamp here and there for their own personal interest, not interest. So I don't. Those are issues that, yes, we know that this money they were acquiring are properties of the state they looted. We all know. We know about it.
But so, many properties
the only prayer I pray for you know, in Benin language, it said where you are walking is where you are eating. The only prayer I'm praying for Obaseki that in his second coming, he should continue the good work he has started in his first and concentrate so that by the time he's leaving Edo State, he has written his name in gold. Oshomole were about writing his name in gold until he messed up and turned to a beast. That is it.
Okay, but many properties were forfeited by the federal government. Many properties from politicians in the country were forfeited. Okay, so I think that Oshomole, one day his cup will full, and that property for me, I think it belongs to the federal government. He built it for the federal government. Mark my word, it's going to happen. And Oshomole he's not popular. He's very unpopular, I would say. He's very unpopular in Nigeria among Nigerian politicians. No matter how much he tried to decamp to another political party to favor him, I think we have to face the justice. Potentially, that house belongs to the federal government. I'm saying it today. Mark my word. And Oshomole, the way he's being hated in the country right now, tell me, anybody that is supporting Adams Oshomole besides Ize Iyamu, even Ize Iyamu right now, inside him, I don't think he has that love for Adams Oshomole, or he's appreciating what Adams. He just want to use Adams Oshomole, hoping that he can help him to win the election so that he will gain power in Edo State. That is why I look at the debate yesterday, 2 days ago, that he didn't criticize Adams Oshomole, even though Adams Oshomole is the let's say he is the cause of all this problem, and he has already destroyed the political ambition of Ize Iyamu. I was so surprised that he didn't criticize Adams Oshomole. This is the person that exposed you, that Edo people are referencing the videos today. But he didn't criticize him at all because for him, he believes that Adams Oshomole will help him to win the election so that he will gain power in Edo State. Honestly, he's going to fail. Adams Oshomole is going to fail. Him and Adams Oshomole, at the end of the day, Adams Oshomole, whatever mansion he built at Iyamu or Iyaho, whatever they call the village, it potentially belongs to the federal government, and it must happen in Nigeria.
We hope so and we pray so. All Oshomole said about Ize Iyamu were not false. They were facts. It's just that he decided to switch camp, maybe to punish Obaseki for not being loyal to him, that he's not trying to polish what have been destroyed. So let's Edo people have spoken by their wishes, you know. The only prayer we keep praying that the authority in charge should allow the wish of the people carry the day. That is our own prayer. And God has continued to expose a lot of things. We believe that God in his infinite mercy will continue to the end to expose. Because that debate, even ITV normally calls for debate. ITV this time around did not call for debate. The channels call for debate. You know, AIT did not call for debate. It was a challenge. And God now let us see the two sides of the coin, the side of the people and the side of those who are coming to loot the resources of the Edo state. All Ize Iyamu was concentrating was allocation and security votes.
For me, I don't the debate.
Even the simple project, I wish you let voters have a look on that. When Obaseki were asking him, this project, your simple agenda is very fine, and you are saying you are going to execute it for 4 years. You know, it will cost over 7 billion naira. Where are you going to raise the resources? You are not even bothered. You are just lying. Anyway, that was why Oshomole called him. And what language did he use? He say,
pathological. No, effortlessly. Yes.
Said he lies effortlessly.
Yeah.
That is got to show that even your simple agenda are all lies and fake. You have a simple agenda talking of development, not even considering the source of your resources. Yes, we already have a refinery going on. You are still talking of building another refinery in in everything. It was further expose everything. All turns to channels.
Yes. For me, I was not surprised too. I don't see anything new about Governor Obaseki and Ize Iyamu. Right from the beginning, you know, we have been doing analysis of these people over these few months. For me, I was not surprised that I begin to wonder why people are surprised about the debate, how he was lying. He has been lying. The social media even identified that. He observed it. The social media is very good observation. You know, he did his observation 4 years ago where he predicted what Governor Obaseki is going to do for the Edo people. And he also predicted Ize Iyamu after his thorough observation. I think he did a little bit of studies. He studied both candidates. Predicted, you can see the prediction. Everything he said, everything that Soshomole said about Governor Obaseki is exactly what the governor is doing today. Everything he said about Ize Iyamu, you can see the truth. You can see everything that his actions, Ize Iyamu's action, aligned with what Soshomole said about him 4 years ago. The same thing as Governor Obaseki. He said Governor Obaseki went to school, he did this, he did that. He's going to build a Edo state economy, going to provide jobs, he's going to do this. And the same thing, exactly what the governor is doing. So Soshomole is an orator. Oracle. Nice.
Okay. On that side. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
It's an orator. It's a Shomole. So that's the thing. He said it all. That is why they are using his campaign videos. Right now, is what the PDP is using for their campaign at Ring Road. You saw that big screen at Ring Road. They are using the videos because everything.
It's not even the video, the campaign in the video that matters. That is why I keep praising channels. You know, they further expose the reality about the two candidates. If you look at Obaseki, he was very composed. Even in the face of attack, he was composed to the end. And that shows a good leader. A good leader. Even when questions are not even directed to you about Obaseki, you attack. Simple agenda, you have been going all over the state. When you covered all the local government saying in this simple agenda is achieved. Now tell us the source of your income. You cannot even. You were not attacking.
Since
I thank them very much for exposing the reality, and it has helped a lot of Edo people. Some who have not decided before have now made up their mind, decided. APC also realized it because yesterday they started making call, wanting to know the outcome, you know, by calling people to ask for their support and vote. And what they got was a shocker. they lost a lot of their supporters due through that vote. So it's so sad. It's so sad. But we thank God. The only prayer we keep praying now, as I said earlier, let the authority allow at least Edo vote the majority their wishes to carry the day. It is also it is going to be a big plus on APC as well, because APC has not, since they are coming into government, has not conducted a free, fair, credible election anywhere in the world.
They won't do
anywhere in Nigeria.
They won't succeed in this one, Mr. Daniel.
They have not. So let them use Edo as a yes. Okay, let Edo go.
Yeah, they should. Edo is gone from the hands of the APC members, honestly. Taken. It's already taken by Governor Obaseki and PDP. Taken. You know, Edo State, originally, I think Edo State is a PDP state, according to history, right?
Yes. By all statistics, it's a PDP state, but opportunity comes when APC. In fact, if you watch the first election in Edo State, has always been PDP winning them.
So since the past election, that Ize Iyamu didn't win the election because of whatever happened. No, he ran under the PDP. Since then, what have you been doing in the state? If you ask me, or if you allow me to interview Ize Iyamu, I will ask him that question first. What have you been doing in Edo State since the past election? So how have you been supporting the people? How have you been developing your business? What have you been doing for the past 4 years? Probably nothing. Nothing.
Well, let's not add to his doom after the debate. Let's concentrate on the outcome of the debate. If you have to concentrate on that, because during the debate, he said he's a lawyer and a farmer, a politician. He said he's a lawyer, a politician, and a farmer. But the farm is not. Nothing can be right home from the farm, but he said he's still a farmer. So let's not contribute to it. Let's consign ourselves on the benefit of both political parties. On the benefit, no, I'm not even dwelling on political parties now. Let's consider on both candidates our benefits. So as I said earlier, the debate further exposed the two sides of the coin. One for the wish and wish of the people, the will of the people. The other side, the benefit of the few. I wish what you just do for your our viewers, the full tape of the debate. Let it run through the TV. Let those who are watching actually play it all over again. Even up to yesterday, I was still watching it, imagining